Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to my presentation. So, first of all, my name is Soraya Garcês. I'm an assistant professor at the University of Madeira in Portugal, and I'm also a researcher at the Research Center for Tourism, Sustainability and Wellbeing from the University of Algarve. Today I'm going to speak with you about positive education interventions with photography. And I think it's important before starting this to give a little bit of a context or an introduction. So first of all, I think it's important to speak about what is positive psychology in the beginning, but mainly what is positive education. So if we think that positive psychology is the science of well-being, as was defined many times, positive education follows positive psychology, but applies it to educational settings. So as Martin Seligman and colleagues stated, when we speak about positive education, we are speaking about education for both traditional skills and for happiness. This means that in this new education, we don't want only to learn how to read or to write or to do math, which is highly important, but we also, beyond that, we want students to be happy. So this is the main work of positive education, which is bringing the skills that the students need, but also allowing them to grow as human beings and be happy and well. This leads me to also speak about what are positive psychology interventions. So when we think about positive psychology and this idea of the science of well-being, there have been developed throughout the years since this started interventions that have at its focus positive psychology. Those have happened also in education, so in positive education we also have interventions. But the main idea, I think, one of the main ideas of these interventions is to lead the participants to be human beings that are more resilient, that are more optimistic, that can feel better, and that can flourish in their life. So if we merge these two settings in interventions, positive psychology interventions and positive educations, we can see there is a large amount of possibilities to work with. So to bring this to schools environments and to with little kids, big kids, and to everyone. Now, falling to one big part of this presentation is photography. And how does this came by? We know, and research has brought a lot of feedback from positive interventions, that there are a magnitude of them. We can find interventions regarding gratitude. We can find interventions for positive emotions, for more engagement, etc., etc. So there are a lot of them. But what about the use of photography? So I came across this idea first from a personal aspect, since I do enjoy a lot of photography, and I did a little bit of research. And what I discovered is photography has for a very long time been associated with emotions. So when we take photographs, but usually when we see them, we are many times filled with a lot of emotions, being it positive or negative. The research that has been done so far, some of them, has also said that positive interventions or interventions using photography as a means or a tool have positive impacts. So it affects positively the mood of the participants. It brought more positive emotions. It increased also well-being, overall well-being, happiness, motivation, and engagement. So this brings a lot of possibilities, in my opinion, to use photography. Photography is nowadays very common. We have a phone and we simply click and we have a photo. So how about introducing this as an intervention, a positive intervention? And this comes across too because what I saw so far is that there is still little work done on the use of photography, as, as the act of photography can affect well-being, as is stated on this slide. There's still a little work done on this, and I do believe we can contribute more to bring photography maybe to a different level and as a simple tool that can help students. So what is this presentation really about? is about the proposal. So with this idea in mind of merging positive education, positive psychology interventions, and photography, the idea of this communication is to present first, this is really the first time I'm doing this, a proposal of a structure for a positive intervention in higher education using photography. So at the moment this is a plan, and I'm hoping to implement it in the next few months to see if this can come to fruition. But the idea at the moment is this one. So as a method, the idea is to develop a 3-week positive psychology intervention with photography. This will be divided in 3 modules. So the first week will be focused on mindfulness, the second week on gratitude, and the third week in self-compassion. So the idea of focusing on these 3 concepts come also from a personal preferences, but also because literature has emphasized the importance of mindfulness nowadays. The ability to be on the moment. The idea of gratitude too, of being really thankful for what we have and also appreciate the moments. So it's kind of linked with mindfulness. And also the idea of self-compassion, which has also gratitude and mindfulness in there. So the idea of being good with ourselves. So these 3 variables do have a lot of positive outcomes, and research has also said that. So the idea is to merge these 3 on this intervention. And what are the aims or the activities throughout this intervention? First of all, on the 3 weeks, the idea is for the students to take at least 1 photo a day. So on the week 1, which the topic is mindfulness, the students should take a picture, a photo each day of something or a moment where they are feeling mindful. It can or something that remembers them or some of feeling that way. On second week, they should take a photo of something they are grateful for. It can be something small, something big. The idea is for the participants to choose themselves what is meaningful for them and they are really grateful for. And on the third week, they should take a photo of kind of self-compassion. And here, my proposal would be to take selfies. So take a selfie a day and really think about it. So take it, measure it, and see how you feel at the end of that week. And the second activity with this is photo sharing within the group and positive comments. So there will be recruitment. I'll be speaking that in a minute. And the idea is for each photo that is taken, it should be shared on a private, of course, group within the participants. And the participants should leave at least 1 comment, 1 positive comment. So they should also look into the pictures and kind of reflect and take upon them so they can share a comment. At the end of the 3-week intervention, the idea will be to do a focus group as part of the evaluation tool to see on the big group how people felt about this, what they think they gained, if there was something bad about it, they didn't like it. So this intervention is, I'm hoping to develop an experimental and control group that will be randomly assigned. The target group, as I said a little bit before, will be higher education students, so the focus will be students from the different years. I'm hoping from the university where I work at, so from a group of Portuguese students. And the recruitment, how will be done? I'm going to try to do it through internal online dissemination to the mechanisms of the mechanics from the university and site. What will follow too? In terms of evaluation, the idea will be to do a pre-test, so a little bit before the starting of the intervention, a post-test immediately after, and a follow-up a month after the end of this intervention. Evaluation measures, so at the moment, what I have in mind to do when following the research I have done, I will follow a mixed method, so with qualitative measures, semi-structured interviews, and also the focus group I spoke in a minute ago. And also quantitatively, I'm hoping to apply different scales or instruments that will follow the variables that are the core center of this intervention. First of all, well-being, mindfulness, gratitude, self-compassion. Additionally, I'm hoping to also get some academic results from the students to also see if this has any link with success in terms of school, in this case in terms of higher education, and also retrieve some social demographic data. So the idea is to implement this methodology, these 3-week interventions, and see if working with photography and focusing on positive outcomes with this idea, having this idea in mind of positive psychology, if we can indeed have positive results regarding how people feel. So, expected results. We come here with this following the literature that I work upon and that I have been reading a lot about for constructing this project. And we expect, or I expect, that there will be an increase in well-being, an increase also in engagement with the activities and the overall life or academic life of the students, also an increase in mindfulness, gratitude and self-compassion, and I'm hoping also for positive academic outcomes. We know that when we feel better with ourselves, when we feel better overall, when we thrive in life, you also have a different outlook on it. So I'm really hoping that bringing photography here and doing a structured proposal, a structured project, we can have positive overall results. As discussion and conclusion, we all know that today mental health issues are increasing at exponential rate, which is very worrying, and schools and universities are not immune to these issues. So positive education has had a lot of positive results, a lot of positive research that has said that these kind of interventions have positive outcomes and can help people to feel better and increase mental health. So overall with this project, we hope that positive photography interventions can be a new way, a different way also to promote well-being in higher education. That this comes following what is already a little bit known on the literature, that photography has positive impacts on well-being and in mental health. I'm going to finish this communication with this quote, which is: life is like a camera, focus on what's important, capture the good times, and if things don't work out, just take another shot. I think this is kind of related to photography, but it's also kind of related with positive education, with positive psychology interventions. So we should focus on what we have good, on positive things in our lives, and let life flow, if I can say that. So maybe with photography we can also bring a little bit more joy and more notes and more well-being to our students. So thank you so much for being here and for hearing me, and see you on the next one. Bye.